All right, let's take a look at this problem. It says if we combine 330 milliliters of water at 25 degrees C and 110 milliliters of water at 95 degrees C, what's the final temperature? Now, we need to use 1.00 grams per milliliter as the density of water. And so what that means is that that 100 milliliters of water will be 100 grams. So 110 milliliters would be 110 grams and 330 milliliters would be 330 grams. So I still need to say that the Q of the heat flow from one water equals the heat flow from the other collection of water. It's just equal and opposite signs. So the heat that flows in from one flows out of the other and vice versa. And then we need to use Q equals MC delta T in order to set those two equations equal to each other. So let's do that. So let's write down 330 grams times the specific heat, and I'm going to cancel that out in a second. You'll see why. Times delta T, and T final is what we're trying to solve for, and the initial temperature was 25 degrees C. And that equals 110 grams minus 110 grams, because don't forget the negative sign, times specific heat, times TF minus 95 degrees C. Now, this is why I'm going to cancel, right? Because CS is the specific heat of water, and the specific heat of water appears on both sides. So I can go ahead and simplify the equation that way. So I end up with 330 grams times delta T, TF minus 25 degrees C, equals negative 110 grams times delta T, TF minus, in this case, 95 degrees C. Okay, so this is where I get into the rest of the problem. So I need to simplify the equation so that I can solve for TF. And so when I do that, I want to distribute the 330 grams into the parentheses. So 330 times TF will get me 330.0 grams TF minus, now 330 times 25 is 8,250. Now the units are gram times degrees C, and that's going to equal negative 110 grams times TF. And then a negative times a negative is a positive. And so it's positive 10,450 grams times delta degree C. Okay, so now what I want to deal with is like terms. So here's the units grams times degree C, and there's the units of grams times degree C. So I can combine those terms. Here are the units of grams times TF and grams times TF, so I can combine those terms. And ultimately we want to do that because I want to solve for TF. So adding 110 grams, I'm going to go ahead and add this to both sides. So I end up with 440.0 grams times T final. And that's going to equal, and I'm going to go ahead and add 8250 to both sides. And so I end up with 18,700 grams times degree C. So I'm almost there. So all I have to do is divide 440 grams by 1870. So I end up with 42.5 degrees C. It looks like that's going to be my final answer. Okay.